Hey, good afternoon. Again, it's Mark from Vicksburg, and this is a video we'll call Aluminum Foil Hats Needed in Vicksburg. See, how many of you remember these kind of things? The aluminum foil hats that you could wear to keep the spacemen from controlling your mind. And it makes me think of the John Fogerty song, or Creedence song, Who Will Stop the Rain? And I saw an interview with him once, and he said that song was about the gobbledygook that came down from above. That indeed is the rain, and who on earth is going to stop this stuff from happening? Well, I thought that in this little town I was going to be able to make a little bit of a difference, and I was going to be able to catch them at just being really obnoxious to one of the people. But I was wrong, and to that I apologize to the village of Vicksburg and to the people if I brought shame somehow on, because I made a spectacle of myself over this camera and thinking that the cops were spying on me and that nothing had changed in this town. So I'll admit that I'm wrong, and I really truly apologize, and that's why I made this little hat to say, hey, look, you know what? I believe something that was silly. I should have never thought that I was going to catch them. And so we had a Monday morning. We had a meeting, and with myself, and Eric West, Ken Skippers, and Stella took notes, Bill, and myself, and they told me that I'd been really disrespectful to the village, and that I'd brought shame on myself, and that I needed to resign. And I thought, really, okay, that's right. I was wrong. I told them that if there wasn't a camera there, that I would resign. So in the next 90 days, I will give them my resignation. I'll live up to what I said. And I can live with that standard. If you brought shame and if you did something that's really disrespectful, then you should resign. And I did. I made a spectacle of that camera, and so I'm really sorry. And the other thing is I invoked the name of the Lord and said that, I'm doing this, and I look pretty stupid, and I didn't mean to look really stupid. So lots of other people, and I've made several other mistakes. And to Linda, when I started talking about the situation with your loans, and when I guess what I was trying to describe is that, see, when you guys took the money and you left an IOU in there, and then because of the way that Matt manipulated things and we accepted that, and they say that we can no longer prosecute you because it was an agreement, all that kind of stuff. You did what you thought was right. I don't. My argument isn't with you. My argument is that I wanted to talk about the ethics of the people that you work for, investigating that, and I wanted to say, did anybody really look and think about what the people on the street, how that looked to us? That she was allowed, instead of being charged with embezzlement, which would happen if you took the money from the grocery store, or if you took the money from the electrician, or one of these other people in town, then they would have charged you with theft or embezzlement. But because it worked for the village, they got to call it a loan. And I'm really sorry, Linda. I didn't mean to sort of single you out. I was really talking about how the people that are connected get a different standard of who gets prosecuted, who doesn't, and that's what I was trying to talk about. I didn't really mean to single you out. And also, Bill wanted me to make a correction that we're only going to spend $800,000 on the police, and that he thinks that it's going to be somewhere under 50% of the budget. I bet with overtime, if you add in the prosecutor, you add in all the other stuff, I still think that over $800,000 is a lot to spend for a village of less than 3,000 people. I think it's absurd. But that's my opinion, and see, that's what elections are for, ladies and gentlemen. Is that, see, in a couple of months we're going to have an election. I can't run. I have a horrible disease that's eating up the joints of my body, and the stress of trying to watch these people just bulldoze people, railroad them, and no one seems to really have any oversight of it. The village of Vicksburg being in the government, this just isn't for me. I am about fairness and equality, all that kind of stuff. Since we were spoon-fed this stuff when we were in kindergarten, you know, with liberty and justice for all. And we think that we have life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And I just watch all of these people that use the power, the levers of power for their own benefit instead of actually for the good of the people. And I really have an issue with that. And, you know, to skip into the foundation, you guys have every right to win friends and influence people. I was talking about the way that the police sort of give you guys a pass and sort of nail everybody else to the wall. You have every right, Skip, to conduct your business the way that you want, just like a NASCAR chief. You know, you got a right to bend the rules. You got a right to push and to get away with what you can economically. And I was talking about the people that I have oversight over as a village councilman, that the police didn't seem to enforce the rules the same against you that other people. I wasn't trying really necessarily to single you out, and I really am sorry about that. And the same with the people on the foundation. You know, hey, you guys are playing with somebody else's money. You guys have every right to you know, there again, influence friends, win friends, and influence people. You guys have every right to be politically active and to do the things. See, what I meant was that the politicians in the town have to be on the lookout that they're not letting one group of people have influence over them, and in the same time forgetting to look out for the huddled masses, to forget to look out for the orphans and the widows. And see, to me, that's the sign of good governance, when you can say that we're even concerned with the affairs of the orphans and the widows. But see, that's biblical, and that's me trying to actually live the religion that I practice. And see, so if anyone believes that the village has changed, I want you to really understand that you guys need one of these. If you believe that Bill, or Eric, and Kenny, if you believe that they're telling you the truth about who took what, about what they got away with, and saying that everything was done just because Matt Crawford told people to do stuff, I really have a hat. And the people of the town need to understand that in the next, I think it's the middle of next week, if you want to run for village office, for council, I believe that your petition has to be in to the county clerk. I really am trying to get people to understand that after Matt was fired, there was a lot of investigations, there was a lot of information, and the information that people found isn't being shared with the public, and that's what I really have an issue with. That like the Navy taught me, not on my watch. I'm not going to look the other way and be told that I can't tell anybody when I believe that crimes have been committed. And Bill and Eric and Ken all reassured me that if I violate a law and I say that something that I shouldn't about the back room meetings and the closed door sessions and stuff that we have, if I violate any of those rules about the privacy of these other people, they'll come after me and they'll prosecute me. But what just seems really funny is, why not look at the people that actually broke the rules, people that signed the checks, the people that willingly went along with these schemes and went after people that were their political enemies? Why aren't we looking into that? And that's my question. That's what these videos have really been about. And I'm sorry, I'm very sorry that I made a spectacle of myself over this camera. And I hope the people of Vicksburg will forgive me. Thank you.